Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's okay to not be okay. In today's video, we're going to do something pretty strange. We're going to induce a panic attack. Why on earth would we induce a panic attack? Panic attacks are the most horrendous things in the world. We want to move away from them, surely to God. Well, actually, no. This is a really helpful treatment for people suffering with panic disorder. It's about doing the opposite. It's about putting ourselves in the cage with the lion. A little bit scary, I know, but I'm going to talk you through it. We're going to go through it step by step, including all of the theory, all of the practice. I'm going to do it with you. Yes, I'm going to have a panic attack with you. And hopefully we're going to learn something really important about panic attacks today. Stay tuned. Okay, so this sounds kind of weird, right? We're going to bring on a panic attack when surely we want to be doing everything we can, or we've been told to do everything we can to avoid panic attacks. You see, when someone has panic disorder, they have this fear that they're going to have a panic attack, and they start changing their behavior to accommodate this. So when people fear they're going to have a panic attack, they might stop going places, they might start avoiding public transport, busy places, crowded places, and they might start doing unhelpful behaviours like breathing into a brown paper bag, or checking their pulse, or looking for an exit, or all of these kinds of things to try and avoid having a panic attack, because in these situations they feel more likely to have a panic attack. And yes, they probably would have a panic attack in these places. So logically speaking, it makes sense they'd want to avoid them. However, where's this going to take us? This is going to take us to when we avoid less and less and less and less and less until our safety zone, our comfort zone, our bubble is going to be so small, it's going to be like agoraphobia. That's how agoraphobia develops, where we're pretty much housebound, and everything outside of our house feels very dangerous because it feels like it could bring on a panic attack, which we might believe will make us have a heart attack or faint or lose control or go crazy. And obviously, if we believe that's going to happen, we're going to avoid those situations. Okay, so I've done another video about panic disorder and how that works, so I'm not going to go into it too much detail right now. I'm going to take you through this as a treatment option of how we can bring on a panic attack and find out if it's dangerous or not. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to write down a list of all the things that you feel in your body when you have a panic attack. So it might be things like a racing heart, difficulty breathing, feeling dizzy, a dry mouth, a need to go to the toilet, maybe diarrhea, maybe feeling shaky, feeling hot, feeling sweaty, maybe feeling like things aren't very real, or like things are distant, or changes in your vision or your hearing, things like that. These are all very common in a panic attack. So let's write a list of those down, because we want to compare that to how we feel when we do this panic induction through hyperventilation. Okay. So once you've got all of those written down, I want you to think about what you fear most when you have a panic attack. What do you fear is going to happen? Is it that you will have a heart attack? Is it that you will faint? Is it that you will freeze? Is it that the panic attack will never end? Is it that you lose control? Is it that you'll go crazy? Is it that you'll choke? It can be any kind of feared consequence, but it's really important that we understand what that is. They're the common ones I've listed there, but please think for yourself. What do you fear most when you're in a situation where you think you're going to have a panic attack? Let's write that down and write how much we believe it out of 100 when we have that thought, when we have a panic attack. Okay, so now we've got all the information that we need from when we have a panic attack, and we're going to be able to compare that to how it feels when we do the panic induction, which we're going to do right now together. Okay? Okay, so here we go. This is a panic induction that we're going to do right now. So the rules are very simple. I'm going to count to 30 seconds. And in that time, I want you to breathe as hard and as fast as you can. So it's going to look like this. Okay, as hard and as fast as you can is really important. And then afterwards, we're going to write about what we felt. Well, obviously I can only write about what I feel because you're not here with me, but I want you to do this with me, okay? So We're going to start in 10 seconds. I'm going to do the breathing for 30 seconds, as fast and as loud as you can. Hyperventilate, starting now. Keep going. Harder and faster. Halfway there. Faster. Okay, we can stop now. Wow. Okay, kind of embarrassing for me to do this on camera. But there we go. Oh, right. I am feeling dizzy. I'm feeling my heart's pounding fast. I'm feeling hot. I'm finding it difficult to talk properly. My mouth is dry, making it hard to talk properly. Sorry, but this is true. This is what's actually happening to me. I'm finding it difficult to focus properly. Some eyesight feels a bit strange. I can feel tingling all over. I can feel shivers. If I pout my hands, yeah, they definitely feel shaky and a bit strange. Difficulty to catch my breath. Dry mouth. I've got tingling on my face. Yeah, I definitely feel a bit dizzy, a bit wobbly. What else is happening? My stomach feels fine, actually. I definitely feel hot. I'm finding it hard to put my words together properly, like my thinking's a bit disorganized. What else is happening? I think I've gone through everything there. I don't know. It's starting to feel okay now. It's starting to come down a bit. Yeah, really strange for me to do that with you. So hopefully you found that interesting. They're the kind of things I've experienced. And let's do the same thing again. Let's go for a minute this time, 1 minute. And this time I'm going to go from one foot to the next, and I want you to do the same thing as me. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to find out if we collapse or not, or actually if we just feel like we're going to collapse, and actually it's fine. You know, we can go from one foot to the other with no danger of collapsing or anything like that. Okay, so we'll count down again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going from one foot to the other. Do that with me. Halfway there. Okay, I can stop there now. I've got a very dry mouth. I feel very dizzy. I feel very disorientated. I feel like tingling. Yeah. Let me think about what I feel. Very dry mouth. Heart's beating fast. I can feel my pulse. I've got this horrible tingling feeling there. It's not pleasant at all. My whole body feels kind of shaky and very tense. My shoulders feel tense. My legs feel wobbly, like I'm going to fall over or something like that. Unpleasant. Definitely my stomach feels something this time. Oh, it feels a bit sickly. A bit like I'm going to throw up, but not quite that bad yet. Definitely hot, tingling on the top of my head and my shoulders. Tension in my shoulders and my neck. Unpleasant. Just sort of letting it come back down, because it does come down, of course. It will pass. No matter what you're feeling, it will pass. Just as a normal panic attack passes, this too will pass. So just sort of noticing what's happening as it passes. I think the worst thing is my mouth's very dry, so it's very hard to talk to you with a dry mouth. I should have got some water, which would have been a safety behaviour. Anyway, okay, it's starting to come down nicely. Okay, yeah, my heart rate is coming down. My mouth's starting to produce saliva again, which is nice. And yeah, I'm thinking a little bit more rationally and clearly now. Okay, so did you feel the same kind of sensations I did when you did that? Or what did you feel? Okay, so how similar was that to a panic attack in terms of the physical things that you felt? Did you feel the heart rate go up, the difficulty breathing, feeling dizzy, dry mouth, stomach changes, tingling, hot, sweaty, feeling like you're going to faint, feeling like you're going to collapse, changes in vision, changes in your ability to think clearly? Because, yeah, I felt all of those things. So maybe we can get the list now of how a normal panic attack feels and how the hyperventilation experiment feels, and let's see what's similar on those. Let's bring them up here. So we might have similar kind of sensations from both. What does that tell you about how dangerous a panic attack is? How dangerous are these sensations? If we can bring on those sensations ourselves just by breathing more rapidly, how dangerous are they? How indicative are they that something bad's going to happen, like we're going to faint or pass out or have a heart attack? Well, they're not, because I just brought them on for a whole minute there and none of those things happened. So usually when we're having a panic attack, it's like they're getting higher and higher and higher, and we do anything we can to try and bring it back, whether it be sitting down or taking deep breaths or escaping from the situation. We've done the opposite there. We've said, come on, let's bring it on, try and have a heart attack, try and faint, try and lose control. And what happens actually is these sensations, yeah, they get really bad, but nothing bad happens. Nothing. I believe there's some psychologists in Sweden, I think, who did this. I don't envy them, but they did this for like an hour straight, just to prove that nothing bad happens. Yeah, it feels uncomfortable. It feels really, really uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean something bad's going to happen. Why is this important? Well, when we have a panic attack and we feel these same sensations, we predict that something bad's going to happen. That if these sensations get stronger and our anxiety continues to rise, then we're going to have a heart attack, we're going to faint, something bad's going to happen. And because of this belief, the anxiety gets higher because we think something bad's going to happen. The truth is, we've just proved that nothing bad's going to happen. Yeah, it feels bad, it feels uncomfortable, but it's not going to make anything bad happen. It's just going to be uncomfortable. So I really encourage you to do this yourself. Do it again and again and again until you become bored of it. I've done this myself over 100 times, easily. Nothing bad's happened to me. Apart from I feel a bit tired afterwards and it's not great, I don't enjoy it. Why would I? But nothing bad happens, that's the point. So we want to, almost like watching a horror movie again and again and again and again. Let's do this panic induction again and again and again until we become bored of it. Just like if we watched a horror movie again and again, we'd become bored, we wouldn't be scared of it anymore. We want to take the fear we've got for these physical sensations and transform that into boredom. Like, oh, my heart's beating fast again, oh, I feel dizzy again, oh, I feel like I'm going to faint again, blah, blah, blah. This is boring, because we know it's not going to happen, it's just a feeling. Just a feeling. Once we get to that point, will panic attacks seem dangerous anymore? Will they seem threatening? No, we'll notice them starting, and we won't need to leave the situation, we won't need to sit down and take deep breaths, because we know it's not going to lead to this catastrophic prediction. We know it's just some sensations we're feeling because we're feeling anxious, and that's all they are. We can prove that because it feels the same when we do the hyperventilation as it does when we're having a panic attack. So instead of running away from panic, we're saying, bring it on, prove it. Let's see if it causes a heart attack or something bad to happen. Let's see, let's find out. Let's be experimental about this rather than having this prediction, this hypothesis that we never find out if it's true or not because we avoid panic attacks and we avoid becoming anxious all the time. This is the opposite, saying, bring it on, let's find out. Yeah, so we're taking control of anxiety in this way. That's why it's a kind of crazy thing to do, but so effective in treating panic. So when we did the panic induction there, how much did you believe the feared consequence that we wrote beforehand? How much did you believe out of 100 that you were going to die when you did that? How much did you believe out of 100 that you were going to have a heart attack or faint when you did that? Hopefully it wasn't anywhere near as high as it is in a panic attack. And that's because we're putting our money where our mouth is, we're saying, bring it on, let's do this. And because we're in control of it somewhat, we're breathing faster, we're in control, we're bringing it on, then we have some control over it. We don't need to escape from it anymore. I hope that makes sense. I hope I've explained that well enough. Okay, bit of a strange video maybe, but I hope you find it helpful. When I learned about this in my training, it was mind-blowing for me because once I put it into practice and I did this with clients, it could be really helpful in helping them overcome their panic disorder. And I hope it's helpful for you too. Okay, this is about spreading knowledge, getting the information out there. So give it a try. If you want to watch this video through a few times and then decide if you want to do it, give it a go. Okay, well I hope you found today's video helpful. If you have, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and please share this with someone that you think could find it helpful. The reason I'm making these videos is to get this information out there to people who can't access it, so please help me out with that and give it a share. Alright, that's all from me. Take care and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.